Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is a review of Higurashi Rei, episode 1. I'm finally starting this now. Now, October's almost over with, first off, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish everything Higurashi this month. All the videos I want to make on Higurashi. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this month, but I will still keep doing it the way I've been doing it, even if I don't finish him this month, okay? Not to mention, I'm still planning on doing a full series anime review of Elfen Lied to finish off my Halloween specials this month, okay? Which I will still do. So anyways, so Higurashi Rei, I've heard before even going into it, this is like a spin-off series to basically celebrate like it was basically to celebrate like an anniversary, I guess like the 10-year anniversary of the Higurashi visual novel, I'm guessing. Okay. And so this really doesn't tie into the main story at all. It's just 5 OVA spin-offs, and each one are literally 30 minutes long, since they're OVAs, you know, instead of being technically shorter than 30 minutes long to fit commercials in there because they're on TV, you know what I mean? And so I'm expecting nothing but comedy out of this series, and I got that out of this episode. And this is the type of comedy in this episode that's really difficult for me to talk about because I thought this episode was funny but annoying at the same time. Because I don't usually like the type of comedy that's just consistent male bashing, which is what my issue that I have with a lot of the comedy in Higurashi and Higurashi Kai. Okay, the first 2 seasons of the series. That's one of the issues I had with that. And that's why I don't usually like that, because it's just male bashing. That's exactly what it is, and I don't like that at all. However, in this episode, for some reason I did like a little bit of it, because I understood that the reason they were basically trying to rip off his briefs is because, you know, obviously they would basically control his mind if it was for over 3 hours and he would fall in love with himself. Okay, but because the briefs were according to Mion's uncle, what he told Keiichi was that if you write your name on the briefs, then you'll basically become like, girls won't be able to resist you, essentially. However, he calls up Mion later on and tells her that, no, that's wrong. You have to write a particular girl's name on the briefs, and then she'll fall in love with you after 3 hours. Okay, so, or not a particular girl, but particular persons. And so since he wrote his own name on the briefs, after 3 hours he would basically become a complete narcissist and love himself. Okay? Love himself above all else. So really, I guess you could boil it down to the fact that Mion's uncle is a fucking moron. Okay. So I guess you could technically boil it down to that in a way. But either way, though, I liked it. I did. I thought it was really funny, mainly because, you know, it's not unlike in in season 1 and season 2. I don't think they were doing it to be complete pricks. The reason I didn't like it in season 1 and season 2 is because it seemed like they were just doing it to fucking spite him, and it really pissed me off at times. Okay. Here, it doesn't really seem that way. It should be obvious at this point that Mion's in love with Keiichi. Okay, like, as much as she kind of pissed me off with exactly how she teased him in season 1 and season 2, it should still be no surprise that she's in love with him. Okay, like, obviously, if you've watched season 1, season 2, and paid attention at all, it's obvious that she's in love with him. So there's no way, to the extent that there's no way that she would want him, that she would feel comfortable with him losing interest in girls. Okay, and would probably do whatever it takes to prevent that. Unless it's from his, I mean, if it's okay, if it's by her own, if it's by his own accord for whatever reason, like he chooses to, then I'm pretty sure that, and I'm pretty sure that she'd be able to accept it, even though she'd still be really sad with it. But if it's because of some stupid like magic, then I really don't think she'd be able to accept that. So then again, that does beg the question: why did they didn't explain that to him to begin with? Like, all from what I recall from the episode, all they did was wanted him to take off his fucking briefs. Like, first off, normally that would send mixed signals or the wrong message completely. But also, it's like, if they would have just explained to him not only the new information they've acquired, but how they acquired it, I'm pretty sure Keiichi would have been pretty understanding and would have agreed to like go buy some different briefs or something. Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure he had the money to, because before Keiichi's uncle gave him those briefs, he did volunteer to buy some. So I'm pretty sure he would have been understanding and willing to go and buy some briefs. Okay, just saying. Now, he did end up getting some people on his side, namely Tomitake, Irei, and that cop guy. I don't remember what his name is. Okay, he got those three on his side, but then the girls decided to get them on his side by telling them basically some lies and getting them again to be pissed off at Keiichi. And at the end of the episode, they were fighting over the fucking briefs. Okay. So yeah, and the ridiculous scale that it went to in this episode was insane. I mean, we had fucking Kasai up from like this pier or something, shooting this like handheld cannon. We had fucking riot cops and tanks coming in here. Riot cops and fucking tanks. Oh my god. It's just ridiculous, but I think that's the main thing that made it so funny. It was just so fucking ridiculous. And it was great, okay? Whew, man. Seriously, this was a really good episode, okay, seriously. Now, anyways, if you have yet to see the first episode of Higurashi Rei, then I definitely recommend that you do. I thought it was really good, and I definitely recommend it. Again, even if you're like me and you didn't like most of the comedy in Season 1, Season 2, because it's basically senseless male bashing on Keiichi's part, then still watch this, because it has a different context to it. It really does. It has a completely different context to it, which is why that I loved it so much. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.